Today we're looking at when diarrhea changed history. Hello, welcome to the Daily Bellringer. Please don't forget to subscribe and take a look at the questions down in the description. Also, don't forget to check out dailybellringer.com where you'll find more resources that go with many of the Bellringer videos. Diarrhea. Like it or not, it's one of those problems everyone has had to deal with from time to time. Rushing to the toilet again and again, having to go to the bathroom, is something nobody wants, but we all have been there. It should come as no surprise then that throughout time, history has been significantly impacted by the sudden urge to relieve yourself. Historical figures were human beings just like you and me, and for lack of better terms, got the runs at the most inopportune moments. In terms of history, diarrhea is most closely associated with dysentery, which is an infection of the intestines caused by parasites or bacteria, which results in severe diarrhea so bad that it can cause bleeding and eventual death. Historically known as the bloody flux, dysentery can be caused by exposure to contaminated food or water. Although rare today due to better sanitation, throughout history millions have died from the condition. Some notable historical deaths from dysentery include the Byzantine Emperor Constantine IV in 685. King John of England, who signed the Magna Carta, died of dysentery in 1216, and later King Henry V in 1422. Also, Nathaniel Bacon, who died in 1676 after leading Bacon's Rebellion, otherwise known as the Virginia Rebellion, and taking control of the Virginia colony in America. Upon Bacon's death, the rebellion fell apart, and to learn more about Bacon's Rebellion, check out my video that is devoted to that topic. Poor sanitation and hygiene leading to problems like diarrhea and dysentery have decimated armies throughout history. During Napoleon's disastrous retreat from Russia in 1812, in which it is estimated he lost some 400,000 men, many were lost due to intestinal-related disease. During the Crimean War, fought in the mid-1850s between Russia and the Ottoman Empire, France, and Britain, it's estimated that 10 times more soldiers died from conditions such as dysentery than were killed in battle. Shortly after, in the American Civil War, over 1.5 million cases of diarrhea and dysentery were recorded in the Union Army alone, with at least 57,000 deaths attributed to the illness. During World War I, you might expect that dysentery would have been a major problem due to the cold and dirty conditions in the trenches. Dysentery was present, however, not in the numbers of previous wars because medical research and improvements in sanitation limited its spread compared to other conflicts in history. During the mid-1800s, a massive migration of Americans occurred, with some 300 to 400,000 people moving west along pathways such as the Oregon Trail and California trails. It's estimated that nearly 20,000 people died on the trail, most commonly as a result of diseases such as dysentery and cholera, which is another illness which can cause vomiting and life-threatening intestinal problems. Looking at individual cases of diarrhea, there have been several recorded instances, or at least stories, of historical figures having the trots at the wrong time. Many historical accounts describe Alexander the Great as having a severe case of diarrhea just prior to the Battle of Issus in 333 BC. It is said that Alexander was bedridden for days before the battle, but made a rapid recovery to help lead his army to victory over the Persians, marking one of his greatest victories and giving his army momentum to continue their invasion of Persia. Looking again at Napoleon, there are some stories that suggest Napoleon himself was suffering from diarrhea during the Battle of Waterloo in June of 1815, and it contributed to his defeat. However, many historians believe it is more likely that Napoleon had a bad case of hemorrhoids, which are swollen veins or a group of swollen veins around the anus. This would have made riding a horse extremely painful and uncomfortable for Napoleon, which likely led to him not being able to assess the battlefield as quickly. Another recorded instance occurred during the Battle of Gettysburg during the Civil War in July of 1863. Many accounts claim that Confederate Commander Robert E. Lee was fighting a bout of diarrhea during the fighting. There were several instances in which General Lee had to excuse himself when critical decisions about the battle were being made. Some historians make the point that Lee's digestive problems might have played a role in the major Confederate defeat at the battle. Intestinal infections and bowel irritation are dreaded conditions that no one wants to experience. Fortunately for us today, modern medicine and sanitation efforts have largely limited extreme cases of the affliction. But it can be argued that in the past and in the present, diarrhea will continue to contribute to our future. So with that, hopefully you learned something, and thanks for watching.